that was a good shot. Frog number one.
Heck yeah.
This week on Kentucky Afield.
Nice shot, Chad.
If you haven't tried it, you're missing out. We're hunting frog legs using air rifles. Then,
Splash. He's a nice one, isn't he?
we're taking a look back through the archives and trolling for white bass on Lake Barkley with Ruth Brame. It's all next on Kentucky Afield.
Kentucky Afield. Every week, Kentucky Afield brings you features on hunting and fishing across the state.
That's my pup. I'm proud of him.
Here he comes right there. Let's get ready. Get ready.
Look at that. What a nice fish. Hey, we dug it up right there. We did. There he is. Ooh, a nice one too. Boy, he's healthy.
What do we got?
That was awesome. Got the first kill. Got one. Big smallmouth.
Very nice.
Double point. They're in there.
There they go.
Oh my gosh. Woo! Look at that joker. Look at that. Beautiful. Whoa, this is a good one.
That's better than good, Chad. Hello, and welcome to Kentucky Afield. I'm your host, Chad Miles. Join us as we journey the Commonwealth in search of outdoor adventure. The warm summer nights we've been having recently makes for a perfect time to get outdoors in search of some bullfrogs. We're out here today with a very familiar face, and we're in Shelby County getting ready to do one of my all-time favorite activities, and that's gigging or shooting frogs.
Yeah, I'm so excited. I can't wait.
It's so much fun. I know you've done this a lot, and you've taken kids out shooting and gigging frogs. What a great way to introduce someone to the outdoors.
It is a lot of fun. It's something great to do in the summer.
Yeah.
So if kids are out, the weather's great.
Yeah.
Everything's wonderful. We're gonna have so much fun.
It is a lot of fun. You know, there's a lot of ways you can do this. You can do it on a rod and reel. You can do it with a gig. You can do it with a rifle. You can shoot them with a bow. Tonight, I brought a couple air rifles, and you
Brought gigs. I've never done anything but gig frogs.
Okay.
Well, I take that back. I've caught a couple with my hands, but I've never shot one with a gun before, so we're gonna try that tonight. I'm super pumped about that.
You mentor so many people and get them involved in the outdoors. You actually took my daughter on her first deer hunt.
It was a blast. So much fun.
She still talks about it all the time. Your passion and love for the outdoors and mentoring really transitioned perfectly for you because recently you started a new position with the Department of Fish and Wildlife. You're now a Department of Fish and Wildlife employee.
Yep.
And you are heading up our R3 program, which, tell me what R3 is.
So R3 is recruitment, retention, and reactivation. So if you've never hunted or fished before, we're gonna try and introduce it to you. If you're doing it, we just wanna make sure that you come back. And maybe if you left for a while or haven't done it in a few years, we wanna get you back into it and show you how much fun it is, how it's a great hobby to have, and hopefully we'll get some frog legs so we can eat some later too.
And if you've never had frog legs, this ranks right up there, one of my absolute favorite things to eat. We got about 20 minutes till it's gonna be dark enough to kind of start making our way around. With those air rifles, you can sometimes start shooting them before it's completely dark and you don't even really have to spotlight them. So let's go get our gear. It's gonna be fun. Let's get after them. It's gonna be a blast.
Yeah.
Well, Rachel, we got way too much gear. I brought this little net, probably wondering what in the world is he just gonna hand grab frogs? And I may grab a frog, but this is actually if we shoot one that's out in the water just a little ways.
Well, I'm super excited about trying to shoot one, so I think we should try that first.
All right, hey.
That sounds good.
Listen, you hear him?
Yeah.
All right, let's get down here and take a look and see if we can't get you loaded up. We're gonna try to score your first frog with an air rifle right off the bat.
Okay.
We're just gonna leave these right here for now, and let's walk down and take a look.
Sounds good. Oh yeah, you can see all their eyes.
That's a good frog, Rachel. Why don't you go ahead and get loaded up?
Okay. I probably need to sneak up a tiny bit closer with this gun. Oh, wrong way. I don't know why it's not pulling. Maybe I didn't cock it all the way. Dang
That's all right. He'll be back up here.
I didn't cock the pellet rifle all the way. And I think that frog would have been close enough for me to gig. That's okay. There'll be more.
Get ready, because we're getting ready to see some big ones.
I think like right in here by this big pipe, Chad, there should be a few sitting up here.
Well, Rach, there's one right there, but I believe that one's a hair small. That'll be next year's frog. What do you think?
Yeah.
We'll go on around, see if we can't find another one. That one looks a little bigger. It's not a big frog, but it might be good for your first one with an air rifle.
I think this distance is probably pretty good, right?
Yep. Oh, that was a good shot. This is what the net's for right here. I'll tell you one thing, those air rifles will flat stone them.
That's crazy.
Frog number one.
Heck yeah.
You know what? You get 15, I get 15. Let's try to get another one.
Okay.
I missed him.
Got him.
Didn't hit him where I wanted to, but the old pellet gun still took him down.
That's a better frog.
Oh, it actually went in right where I was aiming, but it came out here. Look.
Yep.
You think that doesn't do a number on them?
It's really perfect for frogs. Those air rifles are.
Let's get loaded up again.
Okay.
Try to get us another one. I'll tell you one thing. The worst mistake you could ever make is take one of these air rifles and go, oh, it's a BB gun. They don't have to be safe with them.
Yeah.
I would hate to get shot with one of these. It could be really, really, really bad news.
Absolutely.
You gotta treat these just like a regular firearm. Keep them
Well,
on
they
safety.
for sure are.
You smoked him. Oh, Rachel, right there.
Okay.
You want to shine or shoot?
You're up. I'll shine. You shoot.
Let me make my way up here this way just a little bit. Ready?
Yep.
All right, he's down, and we got another one right here. Nice job, Rachel. Laying right there.
Thank you.
Look at that one. Look at the white belly on that joker right there, Rachel.
That's our chicken from earlier.
That is.
I'll hold that light.
Okay, you want this light here?
Yep. Nice shot, Chad.
That wasn't as big as I thought, but we're gonna take it.
Yep, he'll eat.
I've had good frog legs at restaurants. They don't compare.
No, not even close.
When you go get fresh caught frog legs instead of farm raised, there's something about them, they're just different.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, guys, that frog's hit, and he's not too deep to still get. There we go.
Heck yeah.
Good frog right there.
That'll eat. Oh, there's a big one in the water. Was I high on that?
You know, I don't know, but that frog is gonna come back, and we're gonna get that frog here in just a minute.
He's on the bank now. Do I need to shoot him again?
Yep. All right.
Did I hit him or? Is he swimming? He's gonna come right back up to this bank.
Yep, we got a blood trail. I've never seen a frog get away and leave a puddle like that.
I know, it's crazy.
That frog's coming back to the bank. I don't believe it needs another pellet. We're just gonna go up there and try to stick this net on it.
Got him. Good job.
Well, did you see that?
Did he get out of there?
He snuck out the side.
Dang it.
Oh, there was two frogs. Oh, we got it.
Okay.
Here we go. This is that big one that we shot earlier.
Heck yeah.
That's a good frog right there. Look at that. The shot on this hit right here.
Yep. That's a good shot though. That's a
Look at
great
that.
big frog.
That's a good one. That's a really good frog.
Heck yeah. He's gonna eat good.
Hey, Rach, we got a couple more ponds, so let's go regroup, and I think I'm gonna leave the scoped air rifle. We'll take the other air rifle you got there. We'll lighten our load a little bit. Maybe we'll carry the gigs next time around.
Yeah, we'll see if we can gig a couple.
Let's go make it happen.
Sounds good.
I think you may have it.
Got him.
What do you think, Rach? Can you make that shot?
I'm gonna try.
Oh!
Good shooting, Chad. Got him.
Nice job, Rachel. Look at that. That's a good frog. I think you got him. Yes, that's a good job right there. not easy to get through those cattails like that.
This is so fun. Oh, there's a big one. Good job.
We got him?
Yep.
I can't hardly see.
Oh yeah.
There we go.
Good job, buddy.
Nice. Oh, you smoked him. Well, Rachel, it's been great. I really do appreciate it. Hey, for someone who wanted to know more about R3 and how to get involved and how to reach out and learn a little more about the outdoors, what's the best way for them to do that?
Go to the website fw.ky.gov, and then if you click on the education tab, you'll find a learn to hunt, fish and shoot tab. That's your best place to start. So there they'll take you to like our hook and cook classes or field to fork. We've also started putting together basic learn to hunt and fish information on our website too.
Well, I'll tell you what, tonight was a perfect basic learn how to gather frogs.
Yeah.
And you know what? We got a skillet full of goodness right here.
Yes, we do. I can't wait.
Located in McQuarrie and Pulaski County is Beaver Creek Wildlife Management Area. This WMA is over 17,000 acres and offers excellent hunting and outdoor opportunities, except nighttime hunting is prohibited. This property consists of steep mountainous terrain and mixed hardwoods and contains approximately 150 acres of open fields. Take note that this WMA falls within the Daniel Boone National Forest and is owned by the U.S. Forest Service. Within the WMA lies Beaver Creek Wilderness Area, where motorized or mechanized equipment are not allowed. Remember that wildlife management area users must abide by the Kentucky hunting, trapping, and fishing regulations. Also keep in mind that regulations on WMAs often differ from statewide regulations, so be sure to review the hunting guide or website for the specific WMA that you are hunting. And for more information about this WMA or the latest regulations or restrictions that pertain to it, visit our website at fw.ky.gov or call 1-800-858-1549. This month, in celebrating our 70th anniversary on the air, we're going to take a look back to the 80s on a fishing trip that we took with one of the most colorful and entertaining fishing guides we've ever had the pleasure to fish with.
You want to be on TV? Uh-huh. You're so handsome, you should be on TV. You'd probably get a contract when they run through a school like that.
Ruth Brame is a 72-year-old fishing guide from Hopkinsville.
Not much you can do.
She has probably caught more white bass from Lake Barkley than any other angler in the state.
We didn't see many
Recently,
ducks
Ruth permitted me to tag along
around.
as she educated Norm Minch on how to find and catch this species.
Islands, Norm. Come here, right up yonder. Splash, splash, splash. He's not very big. Is he a keeper? You want to keep him? These old wrist breakers they're out here. Sometimes I think the little ones jump on when they run through a school like that before the large ones can get hold of it. So not much you can do about that. Oh, Norm, look at there. That's one of yours. I believe that's that same one we catch every time we go by, don't you? I believe that's that same little fish. Only he doesn't have a torn mouth. He does now. Poor baby. He's going to be hair-lipped. I said two things that are unpredictable is a woman and a fish. You can't ever tell where they are and what they're doing, can you? I got this fish I had last fall. He was a whopper. And I'd get him right up to the boat, and then he'd take off, and I'd dip at him 3 times. It's really hard to hold those fish and get with your right hand and get the dip net under with the left hand. Someone told me I should lip them, but I would wind up probably with the bait in my finger. I don't think I can be as cool as those professional guys are. Get too excited. Oh, goodness. We have to stop production again while we get the fish in.
That is production.
Oh, Do you ever do a show when you can't find any fish?
All the time.
All the time. Don't you think this is exciting fish? People, you know, this type fishing, I just love it. So. Anytime you're catching fish, I'm not going to be fussy about what kind they are. I like to catch crappie, I like to catch bass. I like to catch anything that swims. These fish have gotten to they'll come in and stay on gravel bars, and it's a matter of finding them when they come into the shallow water on the bars feeding. You can catch a bunch of them if you can catch them doing that. Most of the time they're kind of scattered, but they will be large fish. This is where they normally are, right in here. Their hanging out spot. Another fish. Woe is us. I noticed when I came down here there's another one. Normally they just won't leave us alone. Oh my goodness. Isn't it terrible to be molested by fish? Kind of molestation I could take from now on out. The sky has these streaks up in it like that. It's pretty.
Ruth has been a guide on Lake Barkley for about 5 years, but can recall fishing the rivers and streams that make up the lake with her father when she was a child. In fact, she can't remember not fishing.
This friend of mine said that he remembered when I walked around with a fishing pole. I told you this, Norm, I think, with a fishing pole over my shoulder and a can of fishing worms in my diaper. I don't think that's quite right. Oops. Goodness, he hit so hard and he missed it. Oh, there he is. But no, I fished with my dad from, I don't remember not fishing. I remember the first big bass I ever caught in a pond. That was a vivid memory. But I tagged around after my daddy, and we just had a wonderful, wonderful life together fishing. And he fished with me until he was 89 years old. My daddy used to hold the fish down under the boat when he'd see a boat passing. And sometimes his fish would get off. Oh, shucks, I guess I should have gone on and gotten him in. You got one, Norm, too? That's pitiful, Norm. You wait, I might have one more pitiful. He's small, isn't he? We'll put him back and catch him next year. Come to the very same spot and catch the very same fish. Sometimes I wonder, why does it fascinate me so when it's just like any other sport? My husband was a golfer. He loved to golf, and golf bores me stiff. We got along just great till we tried to fish together. Oh, he wanted to go home if the fish weren't biting, and that didn't go over very good with me. So we decided I'd fish and he'd golf, and that way we got along just great. I'll never forget the first stripe jump I saw. Oh my gosh, what on earth is that? And this man who worked with my husband down at the post office made a bait. No one knew how to fish for stripers. His name was Claude Brown. And he made this bait, cut up baby pans, white baby pans, and tied them onto a single hook, wound them like you would a fly, and we, of course, had to put some lead on a line. And we'd throw that thing into those striper jumps, and they would just eat it up. Had we had all the sophisticated equipment back then that we have now, we could have really made a splash. He's a nice one, isn't he? Is he food on the table, Norm? Yes, ma'am. We have to get Norm's consent to keep these fish.
Since she is a senior citizen, I thought that Ruth would fish once or twice a week. However, I soon found out that's not the case.
During fishing season, when you can fish when you want to, I average about at least 3 days a week, and then, you know, sometimes when you guide, you get thrown into fishing maybe 5 days. That's a little tough, especially if you're working trying to get someone on fish. You have to get up. A lot of these people want to get up real early, and most of the time there's no point in getting up so early. During the summertime, when the fish are feeding, and you're going to catch them in the jumps, they're hardly ever going to start much activity until they open the gates and start the turbines down at the dam. And they draw that, when they start the current through here, that pulls the minnows out into the shallow water, and then the stripers will go in there and feed on them. If we don't get a fish right through here, we're going to turn around and go the other way, but this is where they usually stay. We'll have to go up to the bridge and try it after a while. There were a bushel of fish up there yesterday. When Barkley Lake was being impounded, right through here was a road they built for the old ferry approach. And this is gravel all out in here where we are right now, and of course fish like gravel. And of course this is just Barkley Lake, your bridge right there. They had a ferry that ran across here, and in the summertime, fish will really stay on this area out here. I don't know if they're here now or not. I haven't tried it before. But they love to run around those piers down there. That's an excellent place for them. I think when a boat gets too close to a striper jump, the noise from a boat will scatter your minnows, and in turn the stripers will leave. On Kentucky Lake, it didn't bother you because it was so deep, but this lake is so shallow. I think it does bother them. You'll have people who argue that it doesn't bother them, but I think it does, definitely. I've had too many good jumps messed up that way. I always, when I see a jump, I'll run fairly close to it, and then I'll turn on my trolling motor, and the trolling motor doesn't bother them. This almost looks like a fall day, doesn't it? The sky is so clear and bright. Beautiful day. Any day's beautiful when you're catching fish. Is that right?
Exactly
right. Oh.
Now let's check in and see who else has been out having fun in this week's Ones That Didn't Get Away. Here we have Peyton Kincaid with a giant 17-pound hybrid striped bass that was caught at Gis Creek Lake. This fish was caught while trolling his secret bait. What a fish. Here we have Sean Clark with a nice shovel-nose sturgeon that was caught below the locks of McAlpin Dam. We were actually there to witness this. What a fish. Here we have a nice smallmouth bass that was caught on Yellow Creek by George Miracle. Nice fish. Here we have Delbert Schweitzer of Harrison County with a huge blue catfish. This fish weighed over 53 pounds and was released after it was caught. Nice job. Check out this beautiful fish that was caught by Amy. This is a 40-inch striper that was caught out of Lake Cumberland. Nice job. As you and your family make your summer plans to hit the water, make sure you take the proper safety precautions and always wear a life jacket. And remember, hunting and fishing on private property is a privilege. Always ask permission and thank the landowner. Until next week, I'm your host, Chad Miles, and I hope to see you in the woods or on the water.
Did you know that Kentucky is home to the largest elk herd in the eastern U.S., with an elk zone twice the size of Yellowstone National Park?
Look how big that animal is. I mean, this is just amazing.
And we enjoy one of the most diverse fisheries in the country. Just ask Christine.
Very nice.
Woo! And by the way, Kentucky is known for being one of the top 5 states for trophy whitetails each year. Additionally, more than 100,000 Kentuckians have benefited from our conservation education programs like the Salado Wildlife Education Center, summer conservation camps,
Good job.
and our Learn to Hunt and Fish classes. Or did you know about the 1.6 million acres open to the public? These are just a few things that Kentucky's Department of Fish and Wildlife have helped preserve.
This is one of several we have on the Kentucky River. She's got plenty of room in that nest for chicks.
Who pays for conservation in Kentucky? Well, since the department receives no general fund state tax dollars, we rely on the sportsmen and women of the Commonwealth.
He's been waiting years for that.
So, if you enjoy Kentucky's resources, help us manage them by purchasing a hunting or fishing license today. You can do so by visiting fw.ky.gov.